let's talk about how to fix and prevent Google local service ad account suspensions. And for context, my name is John from StubGroup. We are a digital marketing agency and a Google Premier partner, and the #1 resource in the world for fixing Google suspensions and policy issues. And we have a lot of experience fixing local service ad account suspensions. And I'll throw up on the screen an example of a recent review we got from somebody that we got unsuspended. And it's so fulfilling when we are able to be successful and get people back onto the Google ecosystem. And if you're suspended, I'm going to try and share some knowledge to help you get unsuspended. And if you're not suspended, well, kudos, and please still watch, because the things I'm going to walk you through are things you want to make sure you're doing in your account to prevent yourself from being suspended. So let's jump in. I'm going to go through common types of suspensions. I'm going to go through 5 of the most common problems we see that cause suspensions to happen. And I'll also walk through a number of the most common questions that clients and businesses ask us about local service ad account policy issues. So the most common type of suspension by far for local service ad accounts is circumventing. And there's some other types as well. But usually if it's suspended, we'll see it says it's suspended for circumventing systems. And that's a very broad definition, or a broad policy, I should say, with various things that could be causing that. And so let's get into the 5 most common problems. So first problem that we see happen is problems with the documentation that you upload to Google as part of verifying your LSA, your local service ads account. So depending on your industry, you usually have to upload documentation that might include your business documentation, like your corporation files or LLC files. Sometimes they require insurance. Sometimes they require certifications. If you're in an industry that requires certifications, you also have to go through background checks, things like that. And there are a lot of things that can go wrong with the documentation that you upload. You can upload the wrong documentation. You can upload old documentation. Sometimes there'll be a mismatch between the business name that's on that documentation you upload and the business name you're operating under. We've seen it all. We've seen so many different types of things that can go wrong. So the first thing is make sure everything you're uploading is correct, is accurate, is fully visible, is not blurry, so forth and so on. And that will help with that first common problem that causes suspensions. Second common problem would be problems with the information in your local service ads profile. So there is limited information that you get to enter, but there is important information. Things like your phone number, your physical address, link to your website, hours, a business name, obviously, things like that. And if there are problems with what you enter, if you entered the wrong information or it's inconsistent with other aspects of your business online, that can be a problem. So you've got to really focus on making sure you got the right information. And if there is wrong information, you need to identify that and reference that as part of your appeal to Google. Third common problem is issues with your Google business profile, because as part of a local service ads account, you are linking your Google business profile to that account. And there are the obvious problems, such as if your Google business profile is suspended, well, then you're going to have issues with a local service ads account. But there are also kind of some lesser known things that could go wrong. One common thing that we often see happen is that your Google business profile might have pictures that include your phone number or your website. And it doesn't necessarily need to be a slideshow photo where you put your phone number on there per se. It could be a picture of your van, for example, that maybe you have a van for your business or a truck and it's wrapped, and as part of the wrap, it's got your phone number or your website. And that's fine for your Google business profile. That's not a problem. But kind of sneaky little things that happens is with your local service ads account, that can pull in photos from your Google business profile, and local service policies require that you not show your phone number or your website address as part of the photos in your local service ads account. So this can sometimes trip advertisers up, and this is one of the things that we look for when we're helping businesses fix these types of suspensions. Other problems that we've seen contribute to suspensions are actual glitches on Google's end. So for example, we had a client we were working with where Google somehow associated a different business's license with this business's local service ads account. It was a super weird situation. It was in an industry that didn't even require licenses to be uploaded to Google. So there was literally no way for the client to upload the wrong documentation or the right documentation. It literally wasn't a requirement for this industry. And yet somehow Google got this other random business's documentation involved there. And sometimes that just happens. Weird stuff happens, and Google still blames you, even when it's their fault sometimes. And so you got to really get that microscope out and dig into the weeds to figure out what's going on. The fifth common problem, and this is a big one that we see, is problems with how you handle the leads that Google is sending you. Mostly this is phone calls. Also applies if you're getting scheduling requests through Google and if they're sending you text messages or emails. The phone calls are usually where we see most problems happen. And Google is really paranoid about how you handle phone calls, understandably, because Google is charging you on a cost per lead model. And they're always on the lookout for people who are trying to skirt the system and not pay Google for leads. So for example, if you are getting phone calls from Google and you are answering and then saying, hey, let me call you back, and hanging up and then calling back in order to try to not have to pay for a lead, well, that is actually circumventing Google systems. You can't do that, and that's going to cause a suspension. There are a lot of other things that can go wrong with leads as well. If you are just literally not answering the phone, for example, we had a situation where the owner went on vacation for a couple weeks and did not turn off their local service ads, and so no one was answering the phone, and they got suspended because Google's saying, hey, you have to answer the phone when we send you leads, otherwise it's a bad experience for our customers, for Google's customers, who are the people using Google, and that's not acceptable. So there's issues like that. We've seen issues with phone systems actually viewing those incoming calls from Google as spam and creating issues with then forwarding those phone calls to the actual end customer, which then resulted in issues that Google could see and say, okay, people aren't answering the phone, this is a problem. So this is a really big thing. And we've had some very, very significant success in kind of putting together information for Google about, hey, here's what went wrong, here's what we're going to do to fix the problem when we're reinstated. And we've been seeing a lot of success in helping businesses get back online by fessing up to those problems and putting in a good system to actually address those problems moving forward. Now, there are a lot of common questions that we see businesses asking about local service ads policies and suspensions. So let's go through some of those. First question is, can I change my local service ads profile while I'm suspended? And the short answer is no. Google basically locks it down. So when you're suspended, you can't go change your physical address or your phone number. You cannot change the documentation you've uploaded, things like that. There are, I think, sometimes where if Google is saying that maybe something has expired, like your insurance policy maybe has expired, where you can upload a new file, but Google doesn't actually view it while you're suspended. It just stays stuck in review status until after you're unsuspended. So really, you're pretty much frozen, and you just need to say, here's what we have identified as the problem, here's what we're going to fix, here's what we fixed, where we can, and then submit your appeal to Google. Another common question is, if you have a suspended local service ads account, can you create a new one? The short answer is you should not do this. It's not hard at all for Google to track down and identify that you've opened up a new one. You have to link it to your Google business profile, for example, and things like that. You have to go through background checks, etc. So it's not like it's hard for Google to track down the fact that you've done this. Sometimes people ask, how do I log into my local service ads account? Because it's not as intuitive as you might think. Easiest way to actually get to this account is just Google. Search on Google local service ads, and you'll see the result pop up and log in there. And this is a different page than your regular Google Ads account. So if you're running text ads, for example, if you're just going to ads.google.com, that's a different account and a different login. Now, to make things more confusing, often you'll have the same exact account ID for your regular Google Ads account as your local service ads account, but they are separate interfaces. You log into them separately, and you can have different users who have access to one versus the other. And yet, often you can have the same payment profile between both accounts. So it gets very confusing and complicated very quickly, but hopefully that helps clear up some confusion there for you. Another question people ask is about the payment profile that's associated with the local service ads account and whether or not it matters if you set up that payment profile as an organization or as an individual. And from what we've been able to learn, from what Google has told us, it doesn't matter. It is okay if you have a payment profile, for example, that's set up as an individual, and then it's running ads for a local service ads account that is registered to a company. Now, I always take what Google says with a grain of salt, because sometimes they do tell us things that don't actually end up being accurate. But that is our current word from Google, is that either approach can work. So hopefully that knowledge dump is helpful for you. As you can tell, there are a lot of things that can go wrong with local service ads accounts that can cause a suspension. And if you are in a situation where you have policy issues and you want help, please reach out to StubGroup.com. We help lots of advertisers fix these types of issues, and we'd love to help you.